He's a pretty aggressive rifler for the team, and oftentimes the big impact player for the squad, so we'll be keeping an eye on him, and if he can perform, as we get underway into the pistol, they are all grouped up towards A ramp, and they are not wasting any time on this play.
Closing in on a big press off the side, but Frozen starts as he means to continue. 2 headshots from him, no answer just yet for sAw, trying to focus on a bomb plant, maybe as the usual utility is up on Vertigo, cutting the site in half, giving access for a bomb plant. 3 versus 4 as Dexter's been dispatched of, bomb planted. Everybody's here for the retake, no smokes, but there is a kit in the hands of Exertion. Roman's in a dicey situation, flashbang is out, and so is Roman and Ujak, leaving Story to fall off the side of the building. Off he goes. But what kind of shape will they be in? What do they have to offer this Night Sports side?
Just trying to create some space for himself, but the CTs put a lot of emphasis into B stairs early. They've got the control and just isn't ready for JDC to be in that close corner. So a bit of an awkward start there for sAw, losing a player so soon into the round. Not really able to use all the utility in that position to gain the control they would have wanted. See ramp now being tested for. Frozen's got another smoke for the same position, but he's got an angle through the sandbags. Ujak's not ready for it. Frozen dominating from the sandbags for now. Finally decides it's time to fall back. 5v3, all good in the hood. I don't feel right saying that. All good in the hood. I like the saying.
You been to the hood recently?
Yeah, you know. I'll say I have.
Still looking for the entry frag, sAw. 40 seconds on the clock. Don't have the personnel to really offer a fake here, but Story will offer them a chance. Matyrus will be dropped by Torzi's AWP. I think makes things even more difficult. Story spotted crossing to the site. Roman drops in the meantime. And again, it's that usual, like, plant the bomb with smokes up on Vertigo, which is why I do not like this map.
It's also just so helpful when you get JDC as the anchor doing so much work there. Really nice spray onto the initial couple of players, and sAw can't really funnel out into the site in the way you need to on that B side of the map. So the pistols out for sAw. This would be a really hard fight here. It's not easy to flash this angle. You have to have a very precise flash, so it might just be the peak. Somehow they've got away with it. Torji only landed tag. Incendiary will allow him to fall back, but he's actually fallen to the nade. And here come the Tech 9s. So much action so quickly. And that is honestly a sucker punch to MOUZ. I think they were expecting that to end so quickly.
Often the bizarre round, that's the one that breaks the trend. Now MOUZ have a decision to make here. Do they want to try and frag some of these players? Because otherwise they just get a free boost to their money with all these rifles that can be collected. Of course, we see the AWP in the hands of Just. So they may go for some exits here, MOUZ, and obviously they are posted up for that at present. There isn't so much help. If Ujax go down here, then I fear for those guys at the end of the ramp. We'll see if JDC looks for that deep peak. But indeed, an unlikely round for sAw. And if anything, you know, this may be a problem to their loss bonus. You can see JDC trying to do what he can, but he hasn't died a single time. Neither has Exertion. And MOUZ Sports, if they can put MOUZ into a situation where there are marginal decisions to be made regards to fighting for the round or losing their whole economy, then that'll be an even stronger situation for sAw. So let's see if they can do it. Is he going to send
Dexter
it?
playing forward. Damn. I don't think they have the util to back him up, but maybe he's just stopping this play. Jump onto his head. They thought he was the sandbags. He's disguised himself. That's hilarious.
They're such a strong round as well. They still have 500 HP, MOUZ. Right play at the right time, right read from Dexter. And that is a devastating impact again. We kind of set that up as the round where sAw have the opportunity to break MOUZ, and again they're on a 3v5. How do you play 3v5 on Vertigo? Like, how do you pull the CTs around? They haven't taken a lick of damage yet. All the hairs are perfectly in place on Frozen's head. And they just sit and wait now. MOUZ don't need to do any more work in this round for the time being. They've got enough utility for later on. We need an individual play from sAw if they are to make their way back into this one. There's a pop flash ready for it, though. You saw that flashbang come over. Molly's gone the wrong way. Oh, that's a CT Molly, actually. That'll slow things down. But there's an entry on both sites now. What do you do if you're MOUZ Sports? This is falling to pieces for them. Frozen's lost as well. From 3v5 to 3v2, 30 seconds on the board. I'm not sure if the bomb's been seen just yet. It's on the rotation, it looks like. Heading towards Just.
Oh, and that molly will be nice. Oh, Xerxia beats it. The molly actually bounced back. 15 seconds, that bomb's still not arriving, so dexter can also come and rotate in. He may allow the bomb to be planted, but that means they can isolate the fight. Exertion jumping around the side. It's up to dexter. He's got one. He needs this follow-up story. Toying with him, but dexter solid on the spray. The in-game leader comes through in the clutch for MOUZ with an ace.
Big round for dexter. That is quite the highlight, especially with how it started. They are still here looking to break MOUZ Sports. That's a big pop from MOUZ in that mid position. With a minute 30 on the clock as well, they've got a lot of time to play with here. Dexter needs to be successful, but this is an awkward fight for him with the smoke. Can't challenge that too much. They may have to concede mid in this position.
So that aggressive rifling out from MOUZ, really nice to see. Definitely a big win condition for sAw. And I always like it when your star player is in the front lines like that. Always gives you a chance to get off to that good start in a round. Now they have to be ready for Frozen. He's played this position so many times, but they're not going to clear it. They have no idea here, and Frozen is so calm. He'll take one, he'll take two, and he might just take sAw's round away from them. MOUZ looking to get back into it. It's a good kill. He's down to 4 health in the process, so Just may have to step up, but he's lost his fight. MOUZ can't do anything. Torji holding down the line, finally getting a chance to get involved with that AWP. His aim looks really solid. He's quite an aggressive player, his Exertion. I think he's fitted right into the team. He looks like he'll be one of the star players for this squad. Ah, the crouch. Offsets the crosshair placement of MOUZ. Can't hit the headshot onto Torji, but Just wins the fight on B. They've been getting that pick onto B a couple of rounds in a row now. Torji trying to see if he can delay. Smoke will arrive. You can see the rotate also here. Still, Story able to get that pick with the AWP, and another one. That's more like it.
Got a lurker in mid, which could be a problem for Frozen. Indeed, it will be. Roman doubling his kill tally, leaving Exertion in the clutch. Still 6 rounds possible on this T side. I don't know where Exertion is. HE going to the back left pillar, the steel girder. Did he see the shadow? Indeed. Not the shadow, the arm of MOUZ. That's the bag. Kind of revealed his position there. 1v1 now. Did he finish off the clutch? Not quite. It's unfortunate. Again, the bag's not part of the hitbox, just like a hat on some of the CTs. Revealed his position somewhat, trying to use that element of surprise.
And MOUZ, even with a crouch peek at the end, does enough to sort of throw off the crosshair. Really impressive work with the micro there at the end from MOUZ to win the clutch. Now it's Frozen, whose rifle needs to come into play here, but he's out in no man's land. MOUZ wins the first fight. That was the premium rifle in play on this A site. Dexter! You cannot do this! Oh, he's going for more. He's going for more, baby. The flash is perfect. Dexter could be on for the ace. Just the last man in his crosshair. He tucks back to safety, but he gets it! Dexter, what are you made of? Wow. B aggression. I mean, Justice here to try and beat them.
Did he?
He heard this player drop, surely. God, okay, there's the one. He's looking for the man below, but Exertion able to bring it straight back.
Just couldn't find him. MOUZ is going to be forced forward by the molly. They're lining up for Dexter, but he can't quite land the second frag on Matyrus. He has info for his team though, and Frozen is silently trying to move around that smoke in mid at present. Elevates his position to make it harder to free fire him. And Torzi's here with the angles as well. That's the bomb spotted. Great quick scope on the last one as well, and it's 12 rounds for MOUZ Sports at half time. An explosive first half, and hopefully the second delivers in the same way. Maybe this is his chance.
Got a big bait and switch here. You'll crouch behind those sandbags. You won't be spotted for a while. Oh, this is going to be a crazy crossfire with the dualies. Oh, and Roman doing the most heavy lifting on mid. Finally showing up to the server. Torji able to go over the top for another. And MOUZ still very much in this round. They should have that B site under wrap right now. Story still wants to move in, though. He's looking for the fight while the bomb is being planted, but they don't give it to him. He's on 6 health. He's screwed. Frozen lands the body shot, and MOUZ are one step closer to stealing away saw's map pick. That's what they're asking. She's coming back to B while Frozen's still lurking on A. Oh, just keeping this player locked in place. Finally, the rotate will begin, but Multikill falls forward, and Exertion's ready. 6 seconds, plenty of time to get that bomb down. Another clutch attempt for Story. Exertion's playing close in the smoke. Oh, how does he turn it around? He gets dinked. Even Dexter with 2 aces can't come close to match him.
What will sAw have for this last round then? MP9s. Put the FAMAS on Roman. And the M4 on UJUX. No kit on this occasion. Who knows if it will even get that far. MOUZ have all the toys they want. They had good pacing, good timing last rounds. Slow approach to ramp. Then were able to show presence on A as they found entries on the B bomb site.
Ooh, boost up. I don't think he spotted that player falling back, but it's still info. It is pretty open, pretty clear right now. That will allow sAw to be focused on this ramp area, where there are probably a couple of players close by. As that is happening, MOUZ are starting to maneuver their way over towards B. Molly will not land from Dexter. Nobody's perfect. It's just this MP9 on the B site right now. Just will try to put a smoke down to slow this aggression. Exertion is a man who has no fear right now, leading the pack towards this B site. I've got onto the site itself, but that pick will certainly help. That bomb on the back of Torji has actually been dropped here. They've taken a little too long, but the trades come back around. Exertion closes it 16-3. No question here for MOUZ on this first map. Roman hears some piece of utility funneling his way, and now the top mid smoke also coming through. Frozen's even found the first pick. Now Muterus decides to tuck back, but Frozen's popping off right now. He's got a 3K on the round, wreaking havoc on mid and allowing this entry towards A.
Not sure what Jux can hope to do here. Frozen finds the 4th one. Won't ace though. The Julies are here, but so is the flank. Flank is on the way. One's coming from the back. Dexter facing from the front. There's the 180 from Just. Still alive. Still here. 35 HP. Needs to find 2. Knows where they both are, but can't quite find that final connection on Dexter.
No longer can you throw that mid molly from spawn, so just the smoke for Donut instead, and a quick top mid smoke. Now that means the CTs, if they want to fight for this, have to fight ahead of the smokes, which is very difficult to do, as proven there. Exertion wastes no time getting into top mid. He's even gone through his own smoke there. So the resistance from sAw on that mid position, not really good enough at the start of this round. And now they just leave Exertion lurking.
Needs to learn that donut smoke. Super strong. Story could have a very expensive round if he presses forward with this AWP. Seeing not much of anything. I was going to say still 4 players up for sAw, but have a look at that position from Dexter. Hold on a second. This is turned around in a matter of seconds. Ujex with 2. Finally dropped, but his teammates are here. No smokes will soon be gone.
Oh, nice time to arrive for Story on the back of that smoke, but Torji is out of there. He's sprinting over to that A-bomb site. A long-distance runner right now. Gets into position, gets that bomb down. Now sAw will start to respond, but no kit for them could be an issue. She's going to tuck back into Temple. sAw want to try and work together on this retake. Problem with that is that Torji's still got a molly here. There's also a smoke available, and that incendiary, did they hear the tick? I don't know. I think they're still looking around the bomb site. Starting to tap that bomb. Torji coming around the side. Muteris holding for it. Oh, missed shot Torji. They're still on the bomb. He has to swing, and he's not going to. sAw able to steal away their first round.
10-second defuse as well.
And here is a timeout taken by MOUZ. I think they realize that if they win this round, it could do wonders for them in the economy game. As you were saying, sAw haven't exactly built up much of a bank. Pretty big round here for both teams. sAw really could do with winning this one. Otherwise, you get reset and feel like you're fighting from the back foot.
There's the swing we were looking for from sAw.
That's more like it.
Yeah, they have to fight for this area, and MOUZ will try and make an important kill from Multikill. That 1-for-1 is favourable, and that's even better. Just coming through the smoke to his demise. Frozen is here to keep the numbers high. That is a big problem. That's a big problem. Again, this is a nervous round for both squads in terms of economy in the rounds to come. Very bad situation. However, Ujex is still alive around this B bomb site. He needs to hope timing is in his favour if he is to have another multi-flag situation.
Frozen was just spamming back around the sort of B doors area through that smoke, but he got the timing right, realized they'd try and help the fight on mid. Now Roman will start to see utility funneled in his direction. There's a smoke down towards Cave, so he doesn't have assistance, and he doesn't have a chance against that shot from JDC. Clean entry. Jerks maybe thought about going through the smoke, but will be so ambitious at this point. 2v4 retake doesn't seem likely. It's the first fight they needed, but JDC lands a solid shot on the trade, and that'll settle this round.
But then what is their approach going to be? It's down to Multikill to keep an eye on T's crossing through mid from that donut position, and surely he hears that bomb running. You won't know it's the bomb, but you'll hear a player running towards long. Roman's got a very strong angle if he can deliver the kill. JDC says otherwise. That bomb's been seen though, 20 seconds on the clock. Now Multikill is stuck in that donut position because he's got that slow rotation through mid coming in from MOUZ, and now he's going to go faster. As soon as he turns away, he will be dropped by Xertion from mid. That timing is spectacular for MOUZ, but I say bomb is planted and Story gets dropped immediately.
You can see the difficulty there on mid. You can't really have any cover once you try and establish that control. The only one position you can get mollied out of towards that cubby side. Oh, Frozen just heard. Oh, he went anti-flash, I think. Either way, he looked away, and Ujex makes him pay for it. That's a nice off angle, but it's not going to net a kill outright. Xertion gets away with his life. Now Story has to be a little careful of 2 separate angles, but he's isolated that first fight and given his team the man advantage for a potential retake.
This is a very nervous situation. In some ways, sAw are in good shape. In other ways, they're pretty far away. They're at the arse end of these choke points. And it's proving somewhat difficult. Just has the flashbang, but he doesn't have an angle to throw one right now. Even if he did it an M4 and an AWP to push, the trades will continue. Xertion trying to buy time. That is such a big headshot from the lad. So fast. Oh, the grenade lands at the feet of Story and almost cuts his Story short. 7 HP having to fall away. I have to stop saying another round on the board. I say like every round.
Another round on the board, James.
Yep.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh, Orji just swinging with the AWP by himself through the flames. A lot of factors against him, but he's able to get an even trade from it. Oh, and here comes some aggression from sAw. Starting to take a few more liberties, but they could be about to run into this setup. JDC was the man with the bomb there, so they've spotted the bomb carrier. I don't know if that's going to really slow MOUZ down here, though. They look pretty set on this B-bomb site right now. Oh, so close. That damage onto Dexter could have been the transfer. MOUZ really showing that he is a player with potential. Unfortunately, not meant to be, and Dexter even turns around with the AWP now that he's low on health. What can Roman do? Good timing on the first fight. Smoke arrived, but JDC peeks before it. And now this clutch is doable. Dexter looking for the reposition. That was so close. Dexter's in a pretty strong spot now. Roman's wise to the possibility of some sort of flank. He knows Dexter could have repositioned, and Dexter swings into him. Roman with some big impact when his team need him to step up. He finally comes through.
Must have sweaty palms after that one. Very, very tense stuff, but all crucial rounds for sAw.
Just feels like you're the ones having to react, having to respond. Just hit to pieces here. Story cut off on the rotate. Exertion wants more. He will finally be dealt with. 25 seconds, but it looks like that bomb's going to go back to A.
3-on-3. 17 seconds. A mere 17 seconds remaining. Roman doesn't have an angle to stop the bomb plant, but Mutaris certainly does. You can see JDC trying to body block. Mutaris not committing to it. They're going to have to do it post-plant, and they've all got those defuse kits. They just need to get the frags. The trades are here. Down to the 1v1 then. MOUZ and Torzi. Torzi posting up, trying to make the angle as tight as possible, but we know MOUZ is pretty good for frag. I think he may have just seen him there as Torzi repositions, and he's compromised his own angle. Didn't know where MOUZ was coming from, but if he can stay alive, then that might be enough. Forcing MOUZ to go deep for it, only to flick once he's in the donut, thread the needle and all that.
Maybe you can start to activate. Maybe those lurkers could come into play if you started to take fights. Smoke deployed by JDC. Mutaris will now be aware of that angle. Incendiary deployed to slow things down briefly, and that allows them to isolate JDC, and he was still throwing nades.
Mutaris had enough space to play off of his teammate if he needed to there as well, so this is getting a little awkward for MOUZ. You can see Frozen rotating through T-spawn back towards that B bomb site, but Torzi staying in situ. May go deeper and deeper with the AWP to try and get an entry. He's volleyed Mutaris, his MP9 off his position. With that, he falls away, but there are still 5 plays up for sAw, so there's no crazy rotations happening.
Ooh.
Smoke's coming in on his B-bomb site, however, 17 seconds. They've got to find the kills. Exertion gets dropped. 2 players on the ramp, and there are so many CTs here. Surely this is round number 5 for sAw. Indeed, it will be. Simply not enough time for Torzi. Well then, a better situation for sAw at halftime than what we saw previously. Will 5 rounds be enough though? Find out after this break.
It's an A exec, and that smoke's going to land before MOUZ can respond here. It's not going to be easy to spam that smoke and deny the plant with these pistols.
We've got gaps for JDC, but they'll hear him shooting. So, well, actually, it results in nothing. But there's a lot of CTs around this A bomb site. Frozen with the first one. Frozen in a pistol round again, showing his presence. Seems to be a dab hand. Look at these CTs closing in. Roman really trying to be a problem, but they are simply delaying what might be the inevitable as all these headshots come through for MOUZ Sports.
This will be their first win of the year on the MOUZ side, assuming they can confirm it. sAw just can't get away from that A bomb site, man. There's something there that they want. Some sweet, sweet nectar on that A bomb site.
Korean fried chicken.
Oh, mate, don't get me started. I had some amazing chicken last week. I want it again. Oh, it was so good.
Frozen and JDC, while this distraction is being run, well, they're going to have big problems towards the A bomb site. Especially with Osiris trying to flank JDC, but Roman will do the job. Well then, this is starting to open up for sAw, especially with just as a lurker. Exertion and Dexter must be feeling a little awkward right now, wanting to hold on to this AWP. So it seems that sAw are not done with this one just yet. It is not an ideal situation for them to start the half win. But it's, that's what they have to work with. And they're working with it. They're looking to head toward their 6th round right now. And maybe they'll take some of these rifles away as well.
Yeah, they will. Especially if you can land headshots like that. Just getting the first man out of there. Dexter may have avoided them for now. There's only so many spots he can be in. He's being flanked. He's not ready for Roman, so no saves this time for MOUZ.
So I feel like something like that, like a concentrated effort, would make sense. And indeed, they'll have the mollies by the side of B. There's no one on A just yet. They try to prioritize holding this mid position, and now maybe JDC can collect that rifle.
You see the intricacies of the mid fights have more often than not gone the way of MOUZ. Smoke into the top mid again. Frozen. Almost with a second kill on the round there. Jerks is trying to make a play back for his team. Does he decide to go through this smoke, or is it just going to fade shortly? There's 2 players here now waiting for that scenario. Frozen. Oh, he takes that fight so well, waits for the smoke to fade before peeking, and he even gets away from the nade. It's so slippery. They finally caught him.
That's the opening frag for sAw. This is still a very dangerous round. They could turn things around in their way quickly, but if Dexter starts to come to life with the Deagle again, that could change everything. It's just the Pistoleros remaining now. How many angles are there to hold in the meantime? Bomb being planted and things will start to change, but the angles... Oh boy, the timing there, not in their favor.
And the sAw has been slowly spinning faster and faster. The RPM increasing. They're looking to cut through MOUZ right now. Oh, Torgy wins that first fight over towards B, though. It's a big commitment into the B bomb site. Smokes look good. City's still fighting. Dexter tried to arrive on the back of the smoke. He was unsuccessful, but Torgy still going around this smoke. Oh, and it's brutal. sAw have no way in. They never got that bomb down. MOUZ just somehow finding ways to fight through and around the smokes. Justice tried to make the play, but Frozen turns back. It's 15 for MOUZ, and it's series point.
Back into the action.
Here we go.
Multiple series points then for MOUZ as they try to string one more together. You can see there are issues here for sAw as Just has only the Tech 9. That could break a stalemate though. So... very dangerous weapon.
Bit of early nade damage from MOUZ, mainly done towards Muteris at mid. Full blind. That molly into flash combo is so nice. He got trapped in front of the flames. Completely annihilated. But Dexter lines 2 up in reply. As soon as sAw get the advantage, it gets snatched back away from them. And now they've got to go back to the grindstone. Got to go back to working, back into this round.
Frozen, playing off of his teammate there. And he will get that last kill as well. MOUZ Sports with a strong 2-0.